Why smart traders lose money. It's not the strategy. Most traders think losing money is a knowledge problem. They believe that somewhere out there is a secret strategy, one perfect entry model, one hidden indicator, one mentor with the missing piece, and once they find it, everything changes. But let me be honest with you. Some of the smartest traders I have ever met are losing money. Not because they don't understand the market, not because they can't analyze charts, not because they lack information. They lose money because knowledge and profitability are not the same thing. And that's a difficult truth to accept. Because it means your next breakthrough might not come from learning something new, it might come from becoming someone new. Here's what nobody tells you. The market doesn't pay you for what you know. The market pays you for what you consistently do. And there is a massive difference between those two things. You can know exactly what to do and still fail to do it. You can know your stop loss and move it anyway. You can know your trading plan and abandon it when emotions show up. You can know your edge and still sabotage yourself. This is where it changes. The moment you stop treating trading as an information problem and start seeing it as a behavioral problem. Because behavior is where most traders lose. Not analysis, not entries, not strategy, behavior. And if you felt this before, you're not alone. Because almost every struggling trader experiences the same cycle. They learn, they improve, they understand more. But somehow the results never reflect the knowledge, and that creates frustration. A dangerous kind of frustration. The kind that convinces you that you need another strategy, when what you really need is another identity. Realization number 1. You are addicted to certainty. Most traders think they want profits, but what they actually want is certainty. They want to know the trade will work before taking it. They want guarantees. They want proof. They want confirmation. The problem, trading doesn't offer certainty. It offers probability. And intelligent people often struggle with this more than anyone, because intelligent people are trained to find correct answers. School rewards certainty. Jobs reward certainty. Life rewards certainty. But trading rewards execution under uncertainty. That's a completely different skill. The losing trader waits until everything feels safe. The profitable trader acts when the odds are in his favor. Notice the difference. One waits for certainty, the other trusts probability. A quote I want you to think about. Your need for certainty is often more expensive than your losses. Think about that. How many opportunities have you missed because you needed one more confirmation? How many times have you watched your setup work perfectly without you? Comment probability if you've ever watched a winning trade happen without you because you hesitated. Realization number 2. Your ego is trading, not you. Here's what nobody tells you. Many traders don't trade for money. They trade for validation. They want to feel smart. They want to be right. They want the market to agree with them. And when the market disagrees, they take it personally. That's why they move stop losses. That's why they average down. That's why they hold losers too long. The ego says, I can't be wrong. The professional says, I can be wrong many times and still be profitable. Massive difference. One is protecting identity, the other is protecting capital. Imagine becoming the kind of trader who doesn't need every trade to validate their intelligence. Imagine being comfortable being wrong. Imagine closing a losing trade without emotional damage. That is freedom. That is maturity. That is profitability. Realization number 3. You are chasing excitement. This one hurts because most traders never admit it. Many traders say they want consistency, but their behavior says they want excitement. Think about it. Why do traders increase lot size after a win? Why do they overtrade? Why do they jump into random setups? Because boredom feels uncomfortable and discipline feels boring. Profitable trading is repetitive, very repetitive. The same setups, the same process, the same risk management, the same patience, day after day, month after month. There is no movie, there is no drama, just execution. The problem is that many people unconsciously associate excitement with progress, but in trading, excitement is often a warning sign. The more emotional the trade feels, the more careful you should become. A story that changed everything. Let me tell you about a trader named Michael. Michael was brilliant. He could analyze market structure perfectly. He understood liquidity. He understood institutional concepts. He could predict market direction better than most traders, yet he kept losing money, year after year. One day he reviewed 6 months of trading data, and what he found shocked him. His strategy was profitable. His behavior wasn't. Every major loss came from one of 3 things: overtrading, increasing risk emotionally, and breaking his rules. The strategy was making money. Michael was losing it. That realization changed his life, because for the first time he stopped asking, "What's wrong with my strategy?" and started asking, "What's wrong with my behavior?" That single question transformed everything. He reduced his trading frequency, started journaling emotions, focused on execution instead of outcomes, and within a year, he became consistently profitable, not because he found a new strategy, because he became a new person. Realization number 4, you don't have a strategy problem. You have a consistency problem. Most traders are constantly searching for better methods, but they have never fully executed their current method. Think about that. How can you judge a strategy you never followed consistently? The average trader changes strategies every few weeks. The professional gives a strategy enough time to reveal its edge. The average trader evaluates individual trades. The professional evaluates hundreds of trades. One thinks short-term, the other thinks in probabilities, and probabilities only reveal themselves over time. This is why patience is a competitive advantage. Most people don't have it. Realization number 5, your identity sets your ceiling. This is the deepest lesson of all. Every trader has a self-image, a hidden identity. And your trading results eventually align with that identity. If you see yourself as someone who always struggles, you will unconsciously create struggle. If you see yourself as someone who self-sabotages, you will find ways to self-sabotage. If you see yourself as inconsistent, you will remain inconsistent, because identity drives behavior, and behavior drives results. The market cannot permanently pay someone who hasn't become capable of handling what they earn. This is why trading is personal development disguised as finance. The charts expose who you are, your patience, your discipline, your emotional control, your self-awareness. Everything gets revealed. This is where it changes. Imagine becoming a trader who doesn't panic, doesn't chase, doesn't revenge trade, doesn't need constant action, doesn't need validation. Imagine becoming the type of person who trusts their process, who respects risk, who can wait, who can execute, who can lose without emotional collapse. That trader exists, but not because they learned more, because they became more. And that's the transformation most people avoid. Learning is easy. Changing yourself is hard. Yet that's where the real money is. A quick challenge. Before you watch another strategy video, ask yourself one question. If I perfectly followed my current strategy for the next 100 trades, what would happen? Be honest, because many traders don't need another strategy, they need another level of discipline. If that question challenged you, hit the like button, not because it helps me, because it reminds you that this journey is about accountability. And if you've ever realized that your biggest obstacle isn't the market, comment "me" below. Sometimes awareness is the first step toward transformation. Final thought. Let me leave you with this. The market is not asking you to become smarter. It is asking you to become more disciplined, more patient, more emotionally stable, more consistent. That's why smart traders lose money, not because they lack intelligence, but because intelligence alone is not enough. The market rewards behavior, not potential, execution, not intention, consistency, not excitement. And if you've been struggling, you may be closer than you think. Because once you stop looking for a better strategy, you finally begin building a better trader, and that changes everything. So subscribe if you're serious about becoming the kind of trader who can actually keep what they earn, not just make money, keep it. Because this channel isn't about finding shortcuts, it's about building the mindset, discipline, and identity required for long-term success. And if you're willing to do that work, your future self will thank you.